Hello there, top of the morning to you and welcome to Studio 10. Coming up today, video plus the Jamie Oliver of Ukrainian cuisine, putting his country's traditional dishes back on the map.
Now, after the break, he's known as the Jamie Oliver of Ukraine. And after the invasion of his country, Yevhen's restaurant became a frontline canteen. And he's joining us in the kitchen to cook up something special next on Studio 10.
Our next guest is Ukraine's very own master chef. In fact, he won the third series of the Ukrainian version of the show. Yevhen Klopotenko is the chef behind one of the country's most famous restaurants called 100 Years Back to the Future, and he's here in Australia to promote Ukrainian cuisine at a series of events that will be raising money for Ukrainian humanitarian aid. Yevhen, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here. For me, it's an honour.
It is amazing. So you achieved fame for fighting to get Ukrainian borscht recognised by UNESCO as an endangered cultural tradition in need of safeguard.
Yeah.
Why was that so important?
Because borscht is like our beetroot soup, and it's so important for us because now it's happening war, and it's happening war for our identity, you know. And Russians, they wanted to take the part of our food, and they start to say that borscht is a Russian dish. But normally it was Kiev Rus. If you do, you know that before everything was happening, Kiev Rus was the main country, and they now calling Russia. You know why? Because they took the Rus, like the beginning of our country names, and they stole our country, they stole our language, and now they're like biggest country in the world. But it's everything ours, and that's why we're fighting to be Ukrainians and to have our food. And that's why it was so important to put borscht to UNESCO and to say to the whole world that we exist and we have our kitchen and we have our language and everything which we create. Before the Russia, it was Ukrainian.
Well, that's awesome. Wow. Tell us about the charity events that you're taking part in while you're here.
So what I'm doing, I'm just trying to show that Ukrainian cuisine exists, and it has different dishes, and it's very funny, it's very interesting, and it's very alive. And I'm just doing, like I was doing yesterday, the charity dinner, and I will do like tomorrow in Melbourne. I will cook just, and people will come, they will pay the money for the tickets, and then I will bring this money, go to Ukraine and help Ukrainian people.
You've got all the right man for it anyway. Where'd you get all this energy from? I love it.
I don't know. Just in the morning, I wake up, I have some long black. You don't have here Americano, you know. You have only long black. I was shocked about this, and then I have energy.
And you've got your magic Crocs on.
Yeah,
have a look at those. How many pairs did you say you had?
22, 24.
Yes, that's a man after my own heart. So what are you going to make for us today? This is a breakfast dish, right?
Yeah. You know cottage cheese?
Yes,
but normally you have cottage cheese with a lot of liquid. Better to have cottage cheese without the liquid, so you can just take the yogurt and you can just heat it and you will have the normal cottage cheese.
Yep.
And then what we are doing, we are frying the cottage cheese. In Ukraine, it's a very traditional dish. Yep. So I took cottage cheese, some sugar, some flour, just a bit, one egg, and that's all. I have like cutlets, you know.
Yeah.
And now you just fry it for 5 minutes.
Yes.
And in the end, you have like a different small like fried cottage cheese. Now.
And nice and quick. And how do you serve it?
That's the creativity, you know.
Yes.
You can take the jam.
But you're the chef, so I'm going to go with your recommendation.
Like this.
How many of these are you eating for your breakfast?
5.
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
And normally...
It's quite specific. I like it, though, yeah. I asked the question.
Also, I have here some smoked pears, you know. I brought...
Smoked pears?
Yeah. It's something unique.
It's very unique, I tell you that.
You can...
Was this intentional?
Please, just leave them in too long.
Just eat, just try it. And this smoked pear is very unique, and we are using sometimes...
It's great flavour.
Yeah.
So it is awesome, yeah. Beautiful smell as well.
Yeah. And that's unique Ukrainian product which can increase the taste of everything.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't think I was going to like that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give this a go.
Yeah, you can take a small one.
Talk to us about your restaurants in Ukraine. They're still operating?
Yeah, why is still? They were operating from the beginning of the war because we were cooking for the army and we were cooking for the people who need the most. And I opened 2 restaurants during the war because...
You opened 2 during the war?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, you know, everyone thinks that in Ukraine everything is stopped, but it's like in a movie about Second World War, you know, like the life has to go on and we have to show that life exists. And that's why I'm opening the restaurants and I'm giving people the food and I'm giving people... What my restaurant is serving just for free. If you don't have the money, you come in, you say, I want the food, we give you the food.
Wow,
that is delicious.
Beautiful.
First of all, I'm going to say that it's light and fluffy, but it's got a tang to it. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's
unusual
something
set of flavours. Yeah.
I'm all over this. This is absolutely gorgeous.
So it's like cheesecake, you know, but it's just not cake, it's just cheese, but fried cheese.
Fried cheese, yeah, in a way. Yeah. So, with Ukrainians beginning to live with the war
Yeah.
and making sure that they have, I suppose, as much quality of life as possible, is that what you're saying? Is it possible? Is it even possible?
Yeah, it's just a bit different. I'm just comparing it with the COVID. Do you remember when it started? Like everything stopped and everything changed, but still life goes on. The same with the war. Like everything changed totally. It's not like about happiness. We are not just running and like, oh, we don't have the parties like this, but we still have to push the economics. We have to have the time for ourselves. We have to just have the food, and we want to have the good food. So it's not so dark place where is everyone is dying. Yeah, a lot of people are dying, and it's like awful thing. But normally we have not to despair, just not to cry. We have just to fight. That's why we're Ukrainians, because we are fighting, and we're like, yeah, we will win, and we will have the food, and I will show about Ukraine, and we will speak about Ukraine to the whole world, and then just not just.
Solidarity and strength, isn't it? That's unreal. What you do is beautiful as well. This is fantastic. If you'd like to help support humanitarian efforts, apologies, in the Ukraine, you can make a tax-deductible donation to Ukraine Crisis Appeal. And Chef Yevhen?
Yevhen
Klopotenko.
Yeah,
who would have thought?
perfect.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Yevhen. Up next, it's back to duty at school. We'll see you after the break.